Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play on the BBC Micro. Let's see if we can find the game that I want to play today. And this is the first time I'm doing this on the Pavilion instead of the Omen, even though you will see this many months from when I record it. 5 in a row. Programmed and designed by Michael Botry and Keith Laws. Copyright 1984. Published by Hill Matt Gibbon, which also published a bunch of games for the ZX Spectrum as well. So we start out by inserting names of at least 2 or 3 players. If you want lowercase letters, press caps lock. Input your name, press return, and then you can do it again for the blue character. And I'm just going to leave white blank for now because you need at least 2 players for this. And then you can choose to play for 4 or 5 or 6 in a row. I'm going to choose 4. And then you get to choose how you control the game. You either move a cursor over the board, you move on the axes, I'll explain that, and entering coordinates. I'm going to do moving over the board for this game. And you have your Connect 4 like screen. In the upper right hand corner, you get to see which player moves, and at the bottom you get to see how many people are playing, how many in a row you're going for, and your current play style. I guess you could call it that. You move the cursor with control keys, and you place a piece with return. Here's the thing, though. It's all human players. There's no computer-controlled players at all. I wish you had the choice. The game does not give it to you. Maybe there's a version that I don't know of where you do have computer-controlled players, but guess what? It's just human players for all 2 or 3 people who are playing. And that's what it sounds like when you get the win. Now, if you want to start a new game, you press the escape key. And then you go back to this menu. And I'm going to keep the joke going because I can. Sure, let's make Silver the Hedgehog a playable character as well here, I guess. And I'll go ahead and do 5 in a row. And then I'm going to show off moving on the axes. This is going to feel more like a review than an actual Let's Play, I think. Let's go ahead and show off moving on the axes. And instead of a red cursor on the board, you have these 2 white squares, one to the left, one down. When you move with left and right on the arrow keys, because again, you use the arrow keys to move the cursor, you move the white square on the bottom. And if you press up and down, you'll move the white square on the left. And when you figure out where the 2 squares are going to intersect, like if you move the bottom square up and you move the left square to the right, you'll find out that they will convene here. Now, thankfully, the game does not let you place a piece where there already is a piece. But it is possible to accidentally mess things up if you're not careful. I do like this mode of playing a little bit. It does make you think a little bit. It does teach you how to mentally move something on an axis, whether it be the x-axis or the y-axis, and mentally figure out where both axes are going to converge and intersect, which is quite nice. And of course, we now have 3 human-controlled characters instead of 2 human-controlled characters, because again, you don't have the choice between human and CPU. I can't really fault the game for that. Maybe there is a version where you can play with computer-controlled characters, but I do not have it on me, and therefore what you see here is what you're going to get. Is this fun? Well, I haven't had any errors with this game, as far as I can tell. I mean, the graphics are what they are. They're simple. They are very, very easily identifiable. Don't know why I had the trouble saying the word identifiable right there, but there we go. And I like that as you place pieces, you hear this tone, and it gets higher and higher in pitch. It gets higher and higher. It becomes a higher and higher key. And I do like that. I do like that a lot. And all these pieces being placed are being placed by myself because, again, no computer-controlled opponents. And, yeah, you can't place a piece where there already is one. So that kind of makes things a little easier, I guess. And I know I'm going to have to end this game sometime, but only thing is, when am I going to be able to end the game, I guess? I don't really know. But I am loving the sound here, what little there is, because that sound does get higher as you go further and further through the game, and I really, really like that. Very interesting touch for a very simple game like this. I do like this a lot. And as fun as this would be with human-controlled opponents, I guess, this would be even more fun with the computer-controlled opponent. At least I feel like I would be doing something a little bit. And let's see here. And might as well do that because, hey, you're playing with 3 people. It's going to be a lot harder. You're going to have that outsmart more than one person, I guess. Oh, man. And, man, I'm running out of places to move here and things to do, I guess. I guess. Really don't know what else to say at this point, is that even though I'm playing this on my own, it's still fun for a couple minutes at the very least. And, well, at least with this game, you can use the arrow keys and return. Really simple to play. And I left that wide open. I just now realized I had a means of doing that. Huh. Well, let's press escape. And I might as well do another game again. This time with 6 in a row. 2 players, and entering coordinates. So that was fun. You do have to think a little more with moving on the axes and just kind of pay attention to what you do. But entering coordinates, I do like this one sometimes a little more over just moving across the board. So with entering coordinates, you enter the x coordinate first, and then you enter the y coordinate. Up and down lets you go between 1 and 14. It's a 14 by 14 grid. I am going to put in 7. Then once you have the correct number that you want for the x-axis, you press enter. Then you can do the same for the y-axis. It's right, then up, as you can tell by the numbers. So 7, 7 is going to be right there. 6, 7. You can easily move to the 6 at the bottom. Move to the right to the 6 at the bottom, then up to the 7 on the left, and that's where they'll intersect. Learning some very, very basic geometry, this game does. Well, teaching it. You're the one learning it. And, I'm going to be cheeky and do this. Very simple game, this. Oh, and if you put in something that, put in a coordinate that already has a piece in it, you try again. Yeah, you can't back out once you make a decision on either the x-axis or the y-axis, so you need to pay attention. You may want to plot it first before you put stuff in, and then try to remember what you plotted. So, 8, 6. Not 6, 8. I don't know why I put 6, 8 there. Got my coordinates confused. And 8, 5. And I'm going to keep going with this. 10, 3. I could have just given it to the red player, but I decided not to. I can do it here now, though. 4, 9. I forgot I was playing for 6. 10, 4. And 5, 9. I'm going to see what happens when you get the whole board filled up. Because just like with all the other BBC Micro games, I did watch this one get played by High Retro Game Lord 89, and we never got to see what happens when it fills up. And, well, I left that wide open, so I guess we're not going to see that. But I'm pretty sure the game tells you that you end up in a tie, and you're pretty much forced to press escape to start a new game, I would imagine. And so, really don't know what else to do or say here. Graphics are very identifiable. Sound and music, what's there is great. Play control is pretty good. I had no problems with it. I had no errors with this game. And you can get like at least a couple of minutes out of this game before you play something else. Just like everything I've played before. And it's definitely a fun thing. It's definitely a fun game to have. I wish you could have some computer-controlled opponents. That's my only real complaint about this game. But other than that, It's a fun game to play with friends on the BBC Micro. And you can't complain about that. So, this has been Let's Play 5 in a row for the BBC Micro. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did, though I have to admit making this video was a little weird and it felt more like a review than an actual Let's Play, but, well, I made the video nonetheless, and hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later!